Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs, je m'appelle Alex Dodds. Hello, good morning. Welcome to part 8 of episode 82 of Dodds Diaries. Today is Monday the 2nd of December. It's now 11:15 French time. And today I bid farewell to Paris. It's been an amazing week what I've had this week. Just apart from a slip up on Tuesday, but that hasn't bothered me. I've had a super duper time over here. I've done all sorts, been to all sorts of places. But today I go back home to jolly old northeast of England. But I've still got a whole day to look forward to. So today I get on my Eurostar back to London St Pancras at 1:15, and we get back there at 2:45 UK time. We go back 1 hour. Now I'm going to be in London from 3 o'clock up to 10 o'clock at night, so that's still a good 7 hours to see the British capital. So while I'm over there I will go around a few places like Westminster and Buckingham Palace and Piccadilly Circus and that. And I'll film a couple of stations as well. I'm planning to do St Pancras, and also I might do Euston Station as well. If I have time I might do one other as well. And now there's one or two stations I need to avoid. Well, one of them is Waterloo Station. That's because there's a South Western Railway strike on at the moment, so I'm just avoiding that one at all costs. And then I go home on the 10 o'clock train back from King's Cross, which I think hopefully will be an LNER Azuma service. Back at Durham. I get back at Durham the early hours of Tuesday morning at 2 o'clock. I'm just going to check out and then go straight to Gare du Nord, and I can get something to eat there. Well, from me, the Mona Lisa behind us, it's farewell Paris. Now let's enjoy the journey to London and going home. So I'm going to take a couple of metros to get to Gare du Nord station. Just need to buy a metro single today, which is only just under €2 for a ticket T plus.
사전 쪽 있거든요. 거기가 이뻐요. 크리스마스 분위기 나가지고. 가고 나서 인스타 팔로우
that's me done with the Paris Metro now. In fact, this train was like just got some sort of a technical fault there as we came into the station, Dodds Diaries. So I'm not going to stand around. Anyway, meantime, let's go on to the Eurostar. This is where I say goodbye to Dodds Diaries. Beautiful station it is. Eurostar departures towards the top left here. That's where I need to go. Right, we're on train number 9031, which will be the 1313 to London St Pancras International. And we get there at 14:39 UK time. So, goodbye to Paris, goodbye to France.
You actually just moved. I hate my breath so much. I just set the alarm to the window so. So bad, like beyond belief. This is definitely the worst I've ever felt.
Yeah. This is the worst time.
I'm just relieved actually not getting a plane. 25 to get on a plane.
I'm dying.
I think I might cry. There's something louding about a train. Quite literally. Keep dry eating.
Something at some point. I've never seen so quiet.
Terrible treatment.
Yeah. Remember that review on TripAdvisor?
Oh my god, yeah. We actually caused nothing.
We were not well behaved on that trip, but if I had a child, if I ever had a child, they would see like how my France show this week.
I wouldn't be able to criticise myself for doing anything wrong. I was such a terrible person on this weekend.
That's actually not even challenging, that's true.
We were quite bad.
We were in
No, not last night in that fight, got a bit out.
We were quite obnoxious.
the cock really cold as well. Right, for her.
I literally laughed in that toilet like so much. Smell my breath in it.
Don't say that.
Mesdames, Messieurs, bonjour et bienvenue à bord de notre Eurostar à destination de Londres. Notre train desservira la gare de Heathrow International à 14h18 et arrivera à Londres Saint-Pancras International à 14h39 heure locale. Je suis Daniel et avec mon collègue Vincent, nous sommes vos chefs de bord. Nous allons passer dans le train et nous serons ravis de répondre à vos questions. Géraud et Elisabeth seront ravis de vous accueillir à la métropole dans les voitures 8 et 9. En partenariat avec Benugo, nous vous proposons des produits faits maison, préparés à partir d'ingrédients frais et locaux. Vous pouvez consulter le menu sur notre application et dans le Métropolitan, notre magazine disponible à bord.
Vous avez un problème?
Notre collègue Fauzi sera aussi présent aujourd'hui et ce afin de maintenir la propreté à bord. Mesdames, Messieurs, nous informons que vos trains sont équipés de détecteurs de fumée. Fumée, vous utilisez des cigarettes électroniques ou à vapeur est strictement interdit. Je vous remercie et vous souhaite un excellent voyage à bord de Eurostar. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board Eurostar to London. Our terminal call is completing international at 2:18 and arrive at London Saint-Pancras International at 2:39 local time. I am Daniel and along with my colleague Vincent, we will be your train managers. We will be walking through the train and will be happy to answer your questions. Géraud and Elizabeth are ready to welcome you at the Café Métropole, coaches 8 and 9, where we partner with Benugo to bring you wholesome and food-giving fresh ingredients. You'll find our app and our onboard magazine. Also on board today we have Fauzi helping us if a train is in pilot. Ladies and gentlemen, please be aware that our trains have fitted with sensitive smoke detectors. Smoking, including electronic and vapor cigarettes, is strictly forbidden. I wish you a lovely journey on board Eurostar.
Let's all just have a nap.
See the Eiffel Tower in the distance. Well, I could. We're just passing Charles de Gaulle Airport. It's just over this. It's the base of Air France. If I flew from Newcastle, that's where I would have ended up. We're now going to get up to top speed on the LGV Nord line towards Lille.
Stand
beautiful sunny day in northern France, but very cold out there. We're just past Haute Parquet, and for some reason we're all a bit slow. Coming towards Hills and that junction there. This one goes towards Belgium. So we've got the same junction at Eurostars to Belgium, turn off from Lille.
Can I borrow the
That's one of the SNCF TGV trains.
That never gets old.
I definitely feel a lot better than when I first got on the train. I don't feel like there.
I feel so good. I definitely feel a lot better. Because I had trust me. But like now I've got rid of that. I think that was it. That was the last thing. I feel feeling better.
Why didn't you sleep?
Because I woke up on my stomach in so much pain that I couldn't sleep because I was in so much discomfort.
I'm actually sorry to hear that.
I was literally every 5 minutes I was fine. You know what it was when you smell it, you're like, oh my god, I must be ill.
Yeah. Doesn't smell, no.
It's more like medicine.
Is that normal poo? That's the smell.
My friend said he did a
Going
vlog.
on the ground.
My friend said he did a vlog, it was so bad, he just went to bed and said afterwards, there's nothing you can do, that such a
About an hour, it's fine.
It's just not working. It's so such a funny clip. Oh, thank God. Turn up.
That's a little Europe station. There's another one called Little Flanders for the city. So after this we head towards Calais. Go for the Channel Tunnel.
What? Frankly, we don't want to know.
That's it.
Coppers are family food. Single people, Mike, we don't want to know. Quite frankly, we don't want to know. So that's it. In between. Goodbye. I don't know, say goodbye.
So abused.
Right, it's now 25 to 3 and we're just passing Calais now. Port City. Well, it's a port town actually.
It's not a secret, but it's like one of them secretive things.
Eurostar trains do stop here, generally ones to and from Belgium.
I might do it.
Do it. I actually want to be happy.
Now the town is over towards the right. The port itself.
Too bottom.
And the Eurotunnel port will be somewhere around here as well.
That's actually the reason
That'll be it there. And the Channel Tunnel is just up here.
Too butty.
There's the Eurotunnel train.
Oh. We wouldn't normally allow something else down here. Smell too much.
What's your daughter's name? Bottica?
Bottica.
Bottica?
And here we go, we're in here for 20 minutes now. Okay, I think we've been in for about 10 minutes now, so we should be halfway through the tunnel. This is where we now go back, 1 hour to UK time. Channel Tunnel's been here since 1994.
How many people?
Two separate tunnels, well, a line on each side. And in the middle, there's a few crossovers, so that if a train breaks down on one side, it'll just cross over to the next. There's also service tunnel as well for like people who work down here, and if ever there's a fire or anything. There have been a number of fires in the tunnel since '94. Nowadays safety has improved. quite a lot. Speed limit of 60 miles per hour. Should be out in a few minutes' time. When will I be through the Channel Tunnel next? I do not know. But France was amazing. And Belgium. And here we are back in jolly old England. Now we've got 3/4 of an hour before we get to St Pancras. We stop at Ebbsfleet as well. So we're passing through Folkestone now in Kent. Rule Britannia.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Red Sweden, unit currently 1:08 local time. Our train is ready on time.
What time is it?
2:31.
This is longer than 2 hours.
London Bridge.
Releasing the whole situation is difficult jobs in the world. It's just like being a vigilant.
It's plus 66 and a plus 92s. Engine voltage, they actually work in the Channel Tunnel. Oh, and there's one of the Pullman, British Pullman coaches.
I literally don't.
England, I am back. Just past Ashford. That was all the Hitachi depot for the high-speed one, South-Eastern train. Two just alongside. That is what goes down to Dover.
Man literally just lives in Fox second Who is that guffawing?
We're coming towards Libbsfleet now.
How do you get to How you do it?
That won't take long. Will that be half an hour max?
Still pretty close. Cab dog doesn't make any sense.
Mesdames, Messieurs, il est 14h16 heure locale. Dans quelques instants, nous arriverons en gare d'Ebbsfleet international. Veuillez vérifier que vous n'oubliez rien à bord. À l'arrivée à Ebbsfleet, les passagers avec des poussettes ainsi que les passagers avec beaucoup de bagages sont invités à utiliser l'ascenseur au milieu du quai. J'espère que vous avez effectué un agréable voyage en notre compagnie et que nous vous reverrons très prochainement. Mesdames, Messieurs, veuillez faire attention à l'écart entre le quai et la marche en démontrant. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 2:16 and we will shortly be arriving at Ebbsfleet International Station. Please make sure that you do not leave any items behind. On arrival at Ebbsfleet, customers with prams and pushchairs and customers with lots of luggage, please use the lift in the middle of the platform. I hope that you enjoy your trip with us and that we'll see you on board very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, please take care and mind the gap between the train steps and the platform when alighting from train. Have a lovely evening.
I'll just start
me, it's like anything. That's how I feel. I've really hurt myself. I just want to go home, man. Literally had a No.
Just passing Dartford, the Dartford crossing, and the Thames is on the other side of us.
To be fair, man, we've done a lot of the hard bit now. We're only 15 minutes away from London.
Oh, yes. I feel I still feel terrible. I'm really not feeling well.
Very resilient.
I feel like some buzzing.
I have a shower again.
Inside the bus, and that
I literally
a lot of used buses go to that depot.
You shouldn't.
Some of the North East are actually gone there.
That's the mad. Incredibly light. It's just chicken. Maybe just a piece of toast. Butter.
So we're in East London now. That's the Caesar Sea line to the right. That's a shed, 66 there. Just passing Dagenham Dock now. We go to the Channel Tunnel rail link through Stratford into St Pancras.
I do feel like I'm rid out of a lot of the bad bits that we all have collectively want to realise that we have.
I just past Stratford International. So now we've got one more long tunnel to go through. Final home straight towards St Pancras.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London. We will shortly be arriving at London Seafoam Class International. The local time is 2:36. Please remember to take all your belongings and keep them with you when in the station building. The exit will be located at the front of the train. In the middle of the station, please follow the signs for the underground domestic trains and taxis. If you require further assistance, I will put this at the station more than happy. Ladies and gentlemen, please take care and mind the gap between the train steps and the platform when arriving from the train. Thank you for traveling with Eurostar. I wish you a good day and I hope to see you on board very soon. Mesdames et messieurs, nous arriverons dans quelques instants à Londres Saint-Pancras, notre terminus. Il est 14h37 heure locale. Veuillez vous assurer que vous n'oubliez rien à bord et veuillez ne pas laisser vos bagages sans surveillance dans la gare. Vous verrez la sortie à l'avant du train. Une fois dans le hall principal de la gare, veuillez suivre les indications vous permettant les trains en trafic intérieur et les taxis. Pour toute information, le code en gare sont clairs. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez faire attention à l'échappement sur le quai et la marche de convergence des trains. Merci d'avoir voyagé avec nous et je vous souhaite une excellente journée. Et à très bientôt sur Eurostar.
Saying, well, when we wake up tomorrow we'll do such a relief.
Yeah, I don't think.
And here we are, back at St Pancras, in the British capital. Right, here I am back in London. I'm at St Pancras International. It's now 3 o'clock. I've got till 10 o'clock tonight. I'm going to do a session here and I'm going to go over to Euston Station afterwards. It'll be my last chance to see Virgin Trains over there as well. Now there's been a change of franchise over here now. What used to be East Midlands Trains is now East Midlands Railway. That's the Eurostar platforms to the right. That's one of the old Class 373s. They're branded E300s. The newer ones, the 374s, are branded E320s. Now these East Midlands trains, not East Midlands trains, East Midlands Railway HSTs, these ones are going to be withdrawn and replaced by ones cascaded from LNER, because these ones are not DTA compatible. So that train's off to Brussels. That'll stop at Lille. Then after Lille, it'll turn off and go up towards Belgium. Same way as I went on the Thalys TGV on last Wednesday. So we have the Midland Main Line on this side, with an HST and a pair of 222 Meridians. The Eurostar trains in the middle. And then right the way over there, that's the South Eastern High Speed Javelin services down towards Kent. They'll be just as fast as what the Eurostar trains are. They'll go pretty much the same way, with maybe the odd turn off in that.
Long Eaton. Train boarding on platform 1, it's the 1534 East Midlands Railway service to Nottingham, calling at Market Harborough, Leicester, East Midlands Parkway and Nottingham. This train is formed of 8 coaches, first class towards the rear, standard class towards the front of the service. Also on 4 doors will be closed 60.
Finished with St Pancras, 43059 and 43047 here. The one on the far right, that's going to Nottingham. now I'm going to go to Euston Station. See one more look at Virgin Trains. The happiness is here. It's nearly Christmas time. And this is a stunning lit up model of the Eiffel Tower. It's made out of perfume bottles and all that, just seen on the outside. This has given us a lovely reminder of the fab holiday I have had. Okay, so it's tube time. We're going to jump on the Northern Line. Just hope I have no trouble between now and 10 o'clock.
This train is about to depart. Please mind the doors. And National Rail services.
Right, I'm at Euston Station. It's now 25 to 5. And what a load of problems I've had at this station this evening for the first time ever. Mainly with the issue of getting a visitor's badge and all that. Network Rail saying I don't need one, so I wrote to the barrier staff. Then I came on here, got pulled up and sent back to them. Then I come back here. I've been back and forth a few times. Well, I suppose at the end of a holiday there's always something happen. But anyway, I'm on now. That's the train to Blackpool North, just leaving. 25-30 minutes I'll be here. Hope I have no more trouble, otherwise there is going to be hell on tonight. So the Virgin brand disappears in a few days' time after 22 years on the West Coast Main Line, to be replaced by Avanti West Coast. Right, I'm going to finish it here. I've done enough. I'm going to do some sightseeing, but unfortunately I might have troubles getting home tonight. The overhead wires have gone down between York and Northallerton, shutting the lines off, so I might end up getting stuck or something. What am I going to do? So I don't know what's going to happen to me tonight, but what I am going to do is go to Westminster at least and have a look around there. Thanks to delays on the Victoria line between Victoria and Brixton, there's going to be delays a little bit. Is it going to get any worse for me? Right, I've come here to the very heart of British government. That is, of course, Westminster. Here we have the Elizabeth Tower. Big Ben is up there, covered in scaffolding still until 2021. The only clock face you can see is round there. And there's the Houses of Parliament, looking down towards Waterloo Bridge, down that way. And here on this side, there's the London Eye. Hopefully another year, I would love to go up that. That's the Shell headquarters. Looking down the Thames to Charing Cross Station, just down there. And there's the Golden Jubilee bridges. Anything else I can see? And there, of course, that's all the embankment along there. Now, when I'm finished, I'm going to just hang around here for a bit, and then I'm going to go straight back to King's Cross because I want to find out what is going on tonight. I just hope I can get home tonight. Just typical, isn't it? You've had a good holiday, and then all of a sudden it's just going to go and end on a real raspberry. You know, I think today is just cursed. Anyway, not long now, and all this will be lit up with fireworks written in 2020. I would love to have been down here New Year. I've actually got to pay now to come into all this area to watch the fireworks. But I think they keep the tube free of charge come midnight on New Year's Eve. So we've got many of the boats around here. A trip down the Thames would be brilliant, just as good as a trip down the River Seine. Right, time to head back to King's Cross Station. What is going to happen to me in the next few hours? Will I make it to Durham into Chester Street, or will I get stuck? We'll have to just find out.
Please allow customers off the...
Lost count the amount of long tunnels and everything I've been walking through the last week or so. This one is always the worst one. So I'm back at St Pancras now. I'm going to go and collect my luggage now. That rush hour on the tube was just absolute horrible as well. It's the worst I've ever been on it. This station is absolutely beautiful. Lit up at night with all the Christmas decorations and that. This is probably the most beautiful station in all of London. I definitely say it's lovely. Right, what I'm going to have to do, catch the 1903 to Leeds, get on a train from Leeds, which should at least get us to York, and then what happens after that, I do not know. Okay, so my first ride I'm on at LNER's Azuma trains. We're going to go up to Leeds, change there, and we'll see what happens. The journey north begins. Sorry. It's the Emirates Stadium, but it's actually coming up.
Oh, thank you.
Right, just coming into Grantham, and we have some good news coming our way soon. These new Zoomer trains get up to speed very, very quickly. So what's happening is now we're all getting off at Doncaster and we're waiting for that late running train. It left King's Cross at 7:30. It says it's left about just after 8. Probably be an HST, and that'll take us up to Durham. It'll take me closer to home. Right, so now I'm at Doncaster station. Probably a better change from going all the way to Leeds. It's now 9:10. So what we're doing is now changing here onto a late running LNER. There'll be an HST to take us to Newcastle. It was due here at 7:10, and that's running half an hour late. So now, and because it's an HST, it can run through the affected area where the overhead wires have come down. They've come down somewhere near Skelton Junction, which is north of York. If it runs as it says it's going to do, it'll get us back to Durham at about 10 to 11, and then hopefully I can jump on the bus to get to Chesley Street, which will be much cheaper than a taxi. Right, here comes my get out of jail ticket. The 2113 HST to Newcastle. This will get us to Durham, and it'll just go through the affected area at a temporary speed restriction. I've had a very, very lucky escape tonight, but now I'm ready for home now, and I'm ready for bed. So it's time now for one more train journey of this holiday. Let's hope I can get back to Durham before 11. Over the River Don, this was flooded very badly, I think, last month. Well, I'm nearly home now, back in Durham. It's now 11:30. I'm back in time for the last bus back to Chelsea Street, which is at 20 to midnight, and it is really freezing cold here. I've had a lucky escape getting back up to here.
Next stop, Durham Wharton Park for rail station.
Right, hello everyone. I'm home now. Well, it's actually nearly 24 hours later because it's actually now 11:30 on Tuesday the 3rd of December. Obviously I didn't get home till midnight last night, and I've been back to work today from like 11 till 10, so I haven't been able to do the outro until now. So, this is the end of what has been a fantastic holiday for me. Absolutely brilliant. My first holiday abroad, solo, and I will now go through it all. So, on Monday morning went to Paris for my holiday. Monday morning, well, the journey started with a ride on one of TransPennine's new Nova 1 fleet from Chelsea Street to Durham Station. It's a kind of nice ride actually on them. I look forward to going on them more in the coming few years. Then got the train from Durham down to King's Cross. It could potentially be my last ride on one of the 225 electric sets. It was a nice journey. Got to King's Cross on time this time compared to 2 years ago, more an hour late. I filmed King's Cross Station, no problem, got a good selection of traffic. Then went over to St Pancras Station, met up with one of my lovely friends, Leanne Faden, just for a little bit. She's an absolute darling. Oh, love you, Leanne. Mwah. Went on the Eurostar to Paris Gare du Nord. Actually went on, it was a Class 374, one of the new E320 trains. That's what they're branded. The old ones are actually, the old ones have been refurbished and are now branded E300s. Well, when I went in 2017, I got on one of the old ones going there before it got refurbished. It was a very good ride indeed, going down towards Kent and then through the Channel Tunnel, then across northern France, and we got into Paris at about 3:45 local time. I got me Navigo weekly ticket. It's basically like a London smart card. €27. You pay a few quid for the card itself. You take a passport photo, and then a week's travel was about €23. So that's actually much cheaper than getting around all of London for a week. Much cheaper. So that was my travel all sorted. But how the ticket works, you know, normally over here, if you buy a ticket, you can say if you go on a Tuesday, you can get a Tuesday to Tuesday. But over there, their weekly tickets are strictly Monday to Sunday. No matter what day you buy it, always starts on a Monday morning and it finishes on a Sunday night. That's why it's best to pretty much go from Monday to Sunday. My local station to my hotel was called Parmentier on Metro Line 3. My hotel, Leonardo da Vinci, it was obviously Leonardo da Vinci inspired. In every room there was a photo of the Mona Lisa, a canvas. So I had a little friend of us while I was sleeping there. My room was good, just for 7 nights, comfy. It was only a 2-star hotel, I wasn't expecting that much. So my first night I went out and saw the Eiffel Tower lit up at night. That was brilliant. So while over in Paris, I did film all the terminals. Well, unfortunately, it did not get off to a very good start. Gare de l'Est, I had my very first French job's worth. I'd only been on the station, 10-15 minutes. And 2 members of staff from another platform came out of nowhere and then went sort of in French, idiots. SNCF do allow photography and filming. I even had checked with them on Facebook. It was actually a bit of a. This happened on the Tuesday morning. It was a bit of a deja vu for me because, well, it was raining, just like Birmingham last year. I was wearing the same clothing. There were 2 members of staff, you know. So it was pretty much very similar encounter to what happened last year. I tried to have a chat, but when they don't speak good English, that's the problem. So I just been to that station and I filmed that from the outside on a bridge. I had no trouble at Dodds Diaries station. That was brilliant. I did, while I was away, Garda Ostellas. But the problem with Ostellas station, the trains were not even departing regular at all. There were like long gaps between them. And I thought there was just no point in that, so I just binned that one as well. I did that 2 years ago at least. Gare de Lyon, no problems at all with that. By the way, after the encounter at Gare de l'Est, that made me a bit more that made us quite nervy now. There was a right good heads up about SNCF. Gare de Lyon are alright. Montparnasse, I was only there for 20-25 minutes, but kept me wits about us at all times. Still got a good selection of traffic. On the very last day, I did Gare Saint-Lazare, which was more like Marylebone station, but I had no trouble. But one of the problems now with Paris stations, all the ticket barriers are going up now. More have actually gone up since 2017. But I had my Navigator ticket, because you can use it on SNCF Translisten services, so I used that. I got on the platform. So my train spotting in Paris this year was not as easy as what it was last year. Well, 2 years ago, in my opinion. At Christmas time, Paris was absolute amazing to look at. And I went to attractions, went up the Eiffel Tower twice, in the daytime and the night time. I've went up the Arc de Triomphe. I've been along the Champs-Élysées a number of times. I had a drink on the Champs-Élysées, €10 for a pint. Paris is not that cheap. Food-wise, I had a few French meals, steak tartare, €21. I've actually had frog's legs and snails over there as well. I wouldn't have frog's legs again, but snails were very nice. I've come home with plenty of souvenirs like foie gras and truffle butter and that. I've also been to, I went to the Musée du Louvre as well, saw the Mona Lisa. I went to the Christmas markets. I went to the Second Corps for the first time, and La Défense, the financial district. Also went to Place de la République, Place de la Concorde, Place de la Bastille, and the Place de la Trocadero as well. Very good attractions. Paris is an absolute beautiful city. It's called the city. It's called the City of Lights, and it's one of the most romantic cities in the world. So it's lovely for couples. It'll probably be a few more years before I go back. I got around on the Paris Metro and RER, no problems. On the metro system, it does stink a little bit. There was like the smell of wee in places. in London they're strict about bedders. They'll chuck bedders off the station, but in Paris they just don't give a damn about them on the metro. People actually sleep on that in their metro stations, and they just leave them there. The RER system was good. It's like the metro, but the trains are bigger, double-decker, and there's fewer stops in the city, so it's quicker getting from one part to another just using that. Now, while I was over there, I had my very first ride into Belgium on Thalys TGV trains. So I went to the capital, Brussels, and Brussels I found was a brilliant place for train spotting. The Belgian are actually quite friendly, although of course I didn't ask anyone, but I had no trouble doing Brussels Midi station, and I would definitely go back to that station. Loads and loads of traffic, you know. I saw Thalys TGVs, I saw the Eurostars terminating, the other local services like trains going to Amsterdam, and also I saw the ICE Deutschbahn train from Germany. That's a country for me to consider, definitely, Germany. I did Brussels Midi station, I did Brussels Nord station, the other one, I did that. Got around on the metro system and the tramway, no problems, it was good. I had no problems. The tramway, there is 4 lines, 2 above ground, 2 below underground. And on the Brussels metro, there are 4 lines of that. It's not really a big system, not as big as Paris and London and that. But most of the day though, that Wednesday I was there, it was actually raining. I could smell the Belgian waffles and chocolates when I was over there. I've actually come home with some Belgian chocolates for Christmas, and a fridge magnet and that. They're known for their beer as well. I saw the Grand Palais. It's a massive open square area. Pretty much everyone goes to there. Them Thalys TGVs, very fast, I think nearly 200 miles per hour. Out of Paris, they go the same way, they go all the way up to the Triangle Junction, where the Eurostars coming from the UK also join. So pretty much I was going the same line, the same way as the Eurostars, as when they were coming. They come from Lille, they'll turn off. I come from Paris, I turn off on the same Triangle Junction, and then go the same route all the way to Brussels. So Brussels was good. The next day after that, I went to Dijon, the southeast of France. 165-mile journey from Paris. Took about an hour and a half. Oh, by the way, to Brussels it only took an hour and 15. Dijon I thought was a nice city. If you like your history and architecture and all that, then that's definitely recommended. It's known for its mustard, so I've come home with some Dijon mustard. Not just from here, but from Dijon itself. The station I thought was good. It was all curved, but it had a good selection of traffic. Even saw a couple of French freight trains as well. But again, because of the incident at Gare de l'Est station, that made us quite nervous photographing on SNCF stations now. But I had no trouble. Dijon had a tram system, been open since 2012, so I used that to get around. It was quite busy as well. It was raining that day as well. So I enjoyed the rest of the week in Paris. It was brilliant. Got plenty of shopping. Went in some department shops like Galeries Lafayette and sweep shop called Fauchon as well. That was good. Then coming back on, which was yesterday, no problems getting from Paris back to London. But unfortunately, from when I got to London, things just started going downhill. Okay, I got at St Pancras station, no problem. They're always nice staff there. East Midlands Railway in particular. They were alright. Euston station, unfortunately on this occasion, Network Rail were just not doing their job properly. So obviously I went to trade reception to sign in, and they said you don't need a pass. So I just went, and obviously I said I'd go and tell the train operating companies, tell what I'm doing. But unfortunately, the operating companies, they were sending us back to the train reception. I'd been back to that station reception at least a few times. Like, one of Virgin staff pulled us up, you know. I did explain, you know, and the SSA security staff as well. I did explain what I was doing, and that the fact that Network Rail wouldn't give us a badge. And actually, they weren't happy about it. I wasn't happy. None of it was their fault. It was Network Rail's fault. So after a lot of commotion, at least did get me photographing started for half an hour. But unfortunately, reading the news, the overhead wires had gone down between Northallerton and York. They went down at Skelton Junction, just north of the station. That meant trains were being cancelled, running north of York Station, which was going to absolutely screw us up for the evening. I'd planned to stay in London till 10 o'clock at night. That was my boot train. It would have gotten us back to Durham at 2 in the morning. But because of what happened, I had to bail out of London and just get out as soon as possible. The ticket restrictions had been lifted, thankfully, but hopefully I should be able to get a full refund still. I got to see Big Ben at least, and I had probably some of the worst rides ever on the tube system, because I had to deal with that in rush hour, jam-packed like sardines. Oh my god, it was just absolute hellish. I don't know how people manage that system, how Londoners manage that day by day, or how the Parisians manage their metro day by day in that. So what happened was, we obviously asked the King's Cross staff what was happening. We were told to get on the 1903 Leeds train, to get that to Leeds and change there for at least a train to Doncaster to York. That would have gotten us up the line, at least. So I got on that, no problems. I had a bit of luck though during the journey. There was a train, the 1930 from King's Cross to Newcastle. Well, it left 32 minutes late, but it was actually running to Newcastle because of the fact it was an HST. So the diesel trains could get to Newcastle, but the electric ones couldn't. And I think that would have been the last train of the night, because all the others, like the 2000, 2100 and 2200 trains, well, some were cancelled, but the 2200 service, I'm just glad I managed to get on that diesel train, because that 2200 service was getting terminated at York. So I would have ended up having to get a bus replacement, and I could have been back here, could have been even later than 2 in the morning, could have been 3, you just don't know. We were told this somewhere around Grantham, Newark, so we all had to change at Doncaster onto this life-saving train, I should say. So I got back to Durham 11:20, and at least I was in time for a bus back to here. Well, that's me early Christmas holiday now over. What's next for me? Well, I still have one more diary to go, and that is my Christmas special. This year it's got a Scottish flavour to it, because I'm going to Glasgow on December the 19th. Well, actually the journey will be different, because I won't be going via Edinburgh at all. Instead, there I'm back, I'm going via the Tyne Valley line and Carlisle and the West Coast Main line. So that'll be a good day out. December the 19th, that's when that'll be. Well, thank you very much for watching this and every other part. I will see you in my Christmas diary. Good night. Au revoir.